approached by the ASAL communities a lot. How will she address that issue of the conflict in the ASAL for them to gain confidence from her? Number two, the regional development agencies. These regional agencies, Honorable Speaker, there's been a thinking that these regional agencies are doing what counties are supposed to be doing. They should have actually disappeared and or work for counties. Now that they work in national government, and perhaps now, and in this case, should Parliament approve her, they will work under her. She comes from the counties that believe that these agencies should work for counties. What is her opinion, Honorable Speaker, on these regional agencies?
Yes, nominee, we'll take Gikaria, or you'll rest a bit. Okay, answer those two.
Thank you. Through the Speaker.
And relax, don't be tense. Don't be.
I'm okay, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker.
just relax.
I'm okay.
And answer the questions as they come.
Mr. Speaker, I was only thinking that once there are 4 questions, and then I answer that one, then invite another
now
one.
Answer Naisula's 2 questions and Posing's question.
Through the Chair, the question by Mheshimiwa Naisula is on the country interest versus the community interest. Above all, I acknowledge the fact that the country is the appointing authority. And within the appointing authority, there is sovereignty of Kenya that needs to be protected. There's political interest of Kenya that needs to be protected. And I equally believe even those that are representing the community elsewhere have their own thing to protect. But now, in terms of the bigger agenda, Kenya being mentioned as the state that is dividing, that is pushing hard, not dividing, pushing hard for the full realization of East Africa community affairs, I believe it will not be like me alone. We will consult with the other teams. We will work on a joint decision. We will collaborate on affairs that would add value to the growth. Because at that time, it will not like I will be favoring them and disadvantaging the country, or disadvantage the country and favor them. Whatever way, I will be firm in terms of what is good for all of us as a country and as a point that would propel the growth of the community. So I will make sure it is balanced, but of course underneath, I will also know I have to protect the interests and the sovereignty of the Republic of Kenya.
On relief food.
On relief food, whether it is sustainable. Actually, for those who supply relief food to us, feel when they cushion us from the tough droughts, they are doing us a good service. But if we evaluate the period through which we have been having relief foods, there's nothing really much sustainable about it. I would explore a situation where we get alternatives, like putting a market to a choice where when you give like a safety net provision to the beneficiaries, they are able to go and buy things of their choice. Because I believe at that specific time, I also believe relief food is not well, it's not, if you look at the money they used to procure relief food is so much that would be turned into an activity in a good season. Like for example, if we have it's only in bad weather that relief food are important. But in good weather, the same money would be turned into an activity that would sustain the people positively in terms of investing food production, investing in the know-how, and how people would cushion themselves from the effect of the drought. But again, this habit of staying till they are bad enough to relieve, that is what is making our tribe, our communities in ASAL not to really have good image, because the pictures, everything at that moment of relief is terrible. But I wish we would turn that positively and say, instead of waiting for the bad moment to act, can we then use what would have been used to improve their lives when they are still healthy and good enough to run their affairs? So for me, it's not sustainable. It needs a better look of it.
Go to the next question.
Mheshimiwa posing question.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, honorable member should understand, I once served in the board of Rift Valley Water Services Board, which Pokot County fall under. So, and if it gets back to the records of what we used to supply to give that community in terms of water services, I had it as a Turkana then. I have never changed. The heart that I used to implement is the same heart that will still implement this. After all, I am only a Turkana by community, but by heart and everything else, I'm a Kenyan. I don't think if there's any Kenya, we would be another Kenya, just because you cattle rustle each other or do things. Point 2, on regional development agencies. My take of this is the regional development agencies have mandate that they had before devolution. But in the event that some of their functions are overlapping with counties, I would want a situation where we will look at what exactly are the regional development authorities doing as a role, vis-a-vis what counties are implementing.